Good morning, everyone, here on Facebook and on Instagram. We're broadcasting live from Minneapolis, Minnesota, and today we're talking about one of my favorite topics, mentorship. And this is all over the internet, all over the listicles of the world in terms of what to do if you want to be successful. But I wanted to just give you more of an honest take on what it really takes to find a good mentor and what a good mentor can do for you in your career. If you do build one of those successful mentor relationships that can feel somewhat elusive and kind of hard to pin down. So let's just start off by why might you want a mentor? So right now, let me just ask you, if you are considering a career change, do you have someone you can go talk to? If you are trying to figure out how to prioritize things in your workplace so you can be a better performer, do you have someone to go talk to? If you're trying to understand what a career in a new industry might look like, or trying to make connections into a new industry, do you have someone that you could go to who might help you or would be open to talking to you? Okay, so for all of these questions, if you answered no for any of them, this is what a mentor might be able to help you with. It depends on who the mentor is, but a mentor's role is generally someone who acts as a counselor. So someone who has been down a path that you are likely trying to walk down yourself and who can just look back and share so many incredibly valuable pieces of information and advice and potentially even connections and networking opportunities with us. So as we go about making our own paths and finding our own pathway to success, we don't have to reinvent the wheel entirely, and we can learn from this vast knowledge that people who have gone before us have accumulated. And the good news is that a lot of people really want to be a mentor, and it can feel like you are asking so much of somebody else just to sit down and speak with you for 30 minutes. But actually, there are many people, I know a lot of women in particular, who are really interested in giving back, sharing their knowledge. We have a mentor program within Rise, the membership, and we have a huge community of women there who are excited to mentor our members. And so I know firsthand that there are many women out there in particular who are very excited to be a mentor. So don't feel like this is something that doesn't even exist or isn't possible. There are mentors out there, they exist. So I want to go over how you know if a mentor is a good fit, and then how you can make the most of the mentor relationship now that you have an understanding a little bit of what or why you might want to have a mentor. So how to know if a mentor is a good fit. I have three kind of criteria that are just really high level, but can give you a good starting off point to really evaluate whether a relationship would be a good mentor relationship. So the first one is that they help you develop a growth mindset. So what is a growth mindset? A growth mindset is in contrast to a set mindset, in that you believe that you can grow. So you believe that which might sound silly and basic, but a lot of people actually don't have a growth mindset. So it's really common to think, okay, I'm good at XYZ and I'm bad at ABC. So I'm a numbers person, I'm not a people person, or I'm really good at leading large groups, but I'm really bad at delivering one-on-one feedback. That's a really common way of thinking. You have set skills and that's kind of where you're at. Or I'm really good in the marketing space, but I would be really horrible working in financial services. So those are examples of set mindsets. You want to work with a mentor who really encourages you to have a growth mindset. So what that would look like is a mentor who is open to finding ways of supporting you in learning new skills and actually growing into new opportunities and new potential roles or areas of your life, whether it's personal or professional. So you want to have a growth mindset, and you also want to have a mentor who has a growth mindset. Someone who doesn't look at you and say okay, I see this is what you're good at, so these are what your opportunities are, end of story. You want someone who is able to talk to you and think about, okay, where could I grow and where are my opportunities to become better? Okay, that's number one. Number two, non-judgmental. So there is a difference between judgment and tough love, okay? So I want to make this really clear. A good mentor actually can deliver some tough love. They can say, hey, Julia, you actually kind of messed up on this last project. And let's talk about what went wrong and how you could do it better in the future. So they're not saying, oh, you messed up and you're a failure, that would be judgment. That's like putting a judgment on it, like you did it wrong, it means you failed. But you want someone who's not just going to say, oh, it's okay, don't worry about it, like just you'll try again next time, because they're not going to help you really identify what are the things that you didn't do right that you can improve on. So find someone who's not going to put judgment on you, someone you can actually be honest with and share your hopes and dreams and be vulnerable with, but not someone who's going to cut you down, or where you feel like limited, like you can't actually speak your truth. Okay, number 3. Final one, they're willing to share their personal experiences with you. This is really where the most valuable learning comes from, is when they are open and they are willing to be vulnerable and share how they have succeeded and also how they failed in their own careers, because you will be able to learn from those personal experiences. So really seek out a mentor who's willing to be open and honest and vulnerable and share their own personal experiences with you. Okay, so those are the 3 ways you can identify a really fantastic mentor. The 2 things that you need to do, and there are many others, but these are the 2 most important things you need to do to make the most of a mentor relationship, is 1, be coachable. So what does that mean? Being open to acknowledging that you're not perfect. So if you've ever been in a situation where you're receiving feedback, it can you probably feel some resistance, but being coachable is the difference between feeling resistance and rejecting the feedback and saying, that's not right, that's not me, I'm not going to listen to you, you don't understand me. And saying, okay, ouch, like that hurts to get that feedback, but I'm going to acknowledge that there's some truth there, and actually hearing the feedback is going to benefit me. And I'm going to try to work on this and like really listen. Okay, so you have to be coachable in a mentor relationship. It's not an easy thing to do, but it's ultimately what is going to serve you and help that be a really positive, productive relationship. And then second most important thing, maybe this actually should be the most important thing, number 1, you have to be reliable and accountable to your mentor. It is not their responsibility to follow up with you, to get time on your calendar, to make sure that you're developing a really positive relationship. It is totally on you, because at the end of the day, they do want to be a mentor, but they also have a lot of other things that they could be doing. And if you miss a meeting or stand someone up, it does not look well on you. And it's very likely that they are not going to want to continue to mentor you. And it could harm the relationship in that they wouldn't refer you to somebody else. And it just doesn't work for anyone. So make sure if you do find a mentor that you are reliable and accountable. You answer your emails, you reschedule if you have something come up. Don't just leave them hanging. And just show your gratitude, say thank you. So, okay, we're gonna end on, if you're seeking a mentor, how to do it. 1, join Rise, because we actually do all of the finding and matching for you. We actually match our members one-to-one with mentors in our SOAR membership. But 2, if you're just out in the world and you're looking for a mentor, the best way to go about doing it is to just reach out to somebody who you think might be a great mentor for you. Be really polite, share why it is that you're interested in meeting with them, and just ask for 30 minutes. Ask for 30 minutes to meet for coffee or chat over the phone, just so you can learn a little bit from their experience. So this is kind of like almost like a first date, where you will get a lot just by meeting with somebody once for 30 minutes. So either way, it's beneficial, whether it continues or whether it's just one meeting. So it's kind of like an informational interview where you just want to meet somebody, hear about their experience, and see how you might have things in common, or there might be topics that you want to continue the conversation along. So most people will give you 30 minutes of their time. I know I will generally, if someone reaches out to me, like I'm going to give you 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, just to chat over the phone. I'm not going to say no. If you're really authentic and really have a good reason to reach out and want to connect, because I mean, who doesn't like human connection? And if it really could be an interesting mentor relationship, both the mentor and the mentee will benefit. So just reach out for 30 minutes. And then if that 30 minutes went really well and you felt like there's a good vibe and there's good chemistry and those 3 mentor fit categories were checked, then you can follow up with them and ask, hey, would you be open to doing this once a month or once every quarter? Okay, so every 3 months. And then you want to get those things set up on the calendar. Okay, so a few months in advance, you want to have some of your meetings set out, just so it's really, really easy for the mentor to actually connect with you. And be compassionate if they say, you know, I'm just too busy right now. Don't take it personally. Just know that they're being honest with you, and you want to find a mentor-mentee match where you both are equally excited and invested in the relationship. And you will find someone who really, really wants to see you succeed. And over the course of your career and over the course of your life, you will have many different mentors. So you might have a mentor who stays with you for your whole career, someone you stay in touch with, but it's also beneficial for you as you shift gears, as you move to different locations, as you enter different jobs, to find mentors who can really support you in that stage of your life and career. All right, guys, I hope that was useful. I really want to know, if you have a mentor, how did you make that mentor relationship happen? What has worked well for you? What are the benefits that you get out of having a mentor? Please comment, like, share. And we are going live with our next public enrollment April 1st. So if you do want to join RISE, if you want to have a mentor pairing through the RISE program, where we actually take your interest, industry, and location, and then we match you within our bank of mentors. In our SOAR membership, it's $25 a month, really affordable. There's more information in the link. If you're on Instagram, in our bio, on Facebook, just in the comments here. Yeah, and I hope you all go out and find an amazing mentor relationship and live happily ever after. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day. Bye.